matchups here will be an exciting draw to watch out for, as Bengaluru Football Club are FCBU, in fact. Bengaluru United Football Club are looking to open their account in the Stafford Cup. And we are off at this Stafford Cup's evening game. FCBU versus Dempo SC. Keeper for FCBU today, Kabir Taufik, has that safely in his hands. Clearly fouled there. He is not happy about it early into the game, and we have a foul. FCBU with that free kick, he takes that in, swirls that across, but headed away by the Dempo SC team. Number 32 for FCBU, Bideshwar Singh Laishram. FCBU coming into this matchup as the home team, who will have quite a few fan support this Saturday evening. Lots of Bangalore football fans coming in. Lovely ball from the left back for Dempo. There we go. FCBU seem to be wasting a few of the early chances, but Dempo will look to capitalize on their misses. Throw into Dempo SC. Like I said, the midfield battle is definitely something to watch out for. Both teams playing with a 5-man midfield. Here comes FCBU down their left flank. Tries to beat the Dempo defenders. Dempo looking strong there. Holds his own. Close one. Early minutes of the game, and FCBU have got on to an attacking start. Extremely high line held by all 4 of their defenders. FCBU are taking to a 3-5-2 formation, where one of their midfielders seem to be dropping back to make it a 4-man defense line. Long goal kick taken in. Header won by FCBU, and FCBU managed to retain ball possession, and they win the throw-in as well. Some positives out here for FCBU, as they have started out their campaign at the Stafford Challenge Cup. FCBU still managing to maintain possession. Good movement from the centre backs. He seems to have lost the ball right in the middle. Dempo with that extremely hard counter attack, but he's absolutely squandered that. He's given that away. None of his teammates are going to be happy about that. He could have made something of it, but he's given it straight to the keeper, Kabir Taufik. Really disappointing counter attack from Dempo in the early minutes, when they could have capitalized and put themselves on the front foot. But Here we go again. Good movement from FCBU. Rough challenges, tough tackles. The last minute has seen nothing but a little bit of action-packed football. FCBU down right flank to get that shot in. Cuts it across. Leaves it in. Almost going to take that shot. He's browsing and he's got in the opener. FCBU. Wonderful, wonderful strike. Scans his way across the edge of the D and takes that shot there. Some beautiful football. Early opener. Dempo will have a lot to answer for. Let's take a look at the replay for that fantastic goal there. Takes that shot, takes his moment, fakes 3 players, and finally takes that shot and deflects away. Nothing that the Dempo keeper could have done. Very, very well placed there from FCBU. Excellent goal. Dempo's keeper Myrick left a little bewildered, in fact. He did not expect that shot to go in, but the kind of power that it had, there's nothing that he could have done. Selvin for FCBU, Selvin Fraser Miranda of jersey number 8 for FCBU has taken that goal. Fantastic football. Early minutes. FCBU proving to be the home team to cheer for. Lots of fans supporting FCBU now have come out onto the pitch. FCBU starting off with the upper hand. Dempo will have a lot to fight for as they trail very, very early into the game. Very high-paced, fast game this is turning out to be. In fact, too wide for Nikhil Raj to reach the ball. Long ball switched into the right flank and the offside flag goes up. Dempo will have to be careful in dealing with this very, very well-oiled and disciplined backline of FCBU. Dempo managing to maintain some possession there. They keep the ball rotating between the 4 defenders. Looks in for that long ball. He manages to get it past there. Dempo on the forefront now. Trying to get their attack in. Will the cross come in? Yes, it does. Straight into the hands of the keeper for FCBU, Kabir Taufik. That was a little too easy for FCBU now. Squandered away that cross. None of the Dempo strikers attempting for it either. They were ball watching quite a bit. Superb interception from the midfield of Dempo, but a mistimed pass and they've given away a throw in to FCBU. Dempo managed to keep their composure, still rotating the ball, looking in for that long ball again. Goes down the left flank yet again, but it's too hard for their left winger to reach the ball. Dempo's left winger, number 17, Arnold Antonio Oliveira. Early minutes of the first half of the Stafford Cup game here at Bangalore Football Stadium. Less than 10 minutes gone and FCBU are already in the lead. Dempo have their task cut out for us and foul on the Dempo player. He's taken the card out and he's given the card to number 30 of FCBU, Sushil Mehta. Sushil Mehta is in fact the captain. Rough challenge there. Given that yellow card to him. Dempo have a chance to level the playing field now. They have a chance to equalize. Arnold and Jimmy. Arnold takes that in, swings it in, and Kabir is quick to that. Distributes it quickly on a counter attack as FCBU look in to equalize. Make it 2, in fact. Quick thinking there. Very, very quick thinking there from the FCBU counter attack. But Dempo Sports Club's keeper Myrick seems to have it within his reach. Here come FCBU again. Long cross comes in. Dempo's cleared that away. Will he take that shot? Yes, he does, but safely into the hands of Myrick. Only 11 minutes in, and Myrick Lario, the keeper for Dempo SC, has had a lot to deal with, conceding one even. But there is still a long 80-minute game left to play. Dempo will need to manage their energies. They will need to put their best foot forward. And there comes another darting run right through, but the ball's too safe and too safely into the hands of Kabir yet again. We distribute that to his centre back. FCBU keep the ball. Their composure is commendable over here as they move the ball around. FCBU's ball movement and fluidity are very, very commendable, and how they're fighting back to win the ball once they've lost it is something that sets them apart as well. But here come Dempo. Good piece of defending there, intercepting the FCBU pass. Looks in for that long ball again. Manages to get it to his teammate wearing the number 17 jersey, Arnold. Seems repetitive now. Dempo not quite getting that pass down to the left flank right. They have missed up a few times, early minutes, and they've already lost out on that same move about thrice. Not much coming out of that. Long ball from FCBU again. Both teams trying in for straight direct football, direct long balls into the second half, as into each other's halves, in fact, as they look to better their scoring. FCBU's already capitalized on an early mistake and they've already opened their score sheet. Dempo will have a lot of catching up to do, but the good part being that they have an entire game left to do that. Darting ball right down the center. Tries to reach it, but the keeper is quick. Arnold found offside thrice now. Not something that the Dempo coach is going to be happy about. But same format of playing that long ball down to the left flank and hoping Arnold catches it is a bit of a repetitive strategy. And FCBU seem to have caught on quite quickly and pushed up their number 12, Kamran Farooq, up the flank as he's not joining the defenders in the 4-wall defense. It is still a 3-wall defense. Dempo moved the ball around very, very well. Try to play in these long balls right down the center. Kabir Taufik, the keeper, he comes out. FCBU playing the long ball as well. Not sure how long they will be able to keep up this tactic of using direct football with long balls. Close encounter. FCBU almost had a deflection there into their second goal. Manages to keep that ball alive. Excellent footwork and control from the FCBU midfielders and wingers. Especially that move down the left flank. Extremely strong move there from FCBU. Dempo is constantly threatened. Constantly pushed back. They are completely in a tight spot at the moment. Close one there, cross comes in, and FCBU having yet another attempt on goal, off target however. Dempo definitely have their task cut out. They haven't managed to successfully penetrate into the heart of the FCBU defense. They will have to work on the link between their defenders and attackers. The five-man midfield does need to wake up at the moment. Giving it away cheaply, especially like that, is something FCBU are going to lap up. Lots of darting, overlapping runs and managing to win that corner kick yet again. FCBU are determined for that second goal. The way they're running in, the way they're attacking, the overlapping runs, they're hungry. They want to get more, they want to get that second goal in. And there comes a corner kick. Almost slipped that in, by the way. Myrick missed that as it was almost converted into a goal, in fact. There you have it. That is the kind of discipline that's helping the FCBU players. Anytime a Dempo attacker comes in with the ball, he is always outnumbered by at least 2 or 3 of the FCBU players, hounding him to get the ball back. Plays it out long and wide into the right flank. Gives that away, but managed to maintain some possession. FCBU completely in control of the ball now as they move back and forth. They get into the midfield, back to the defense. Dempo sit back and defend. They aren't interested in a high press. But that is something that seems to be working. Cheeky mirror pass there. Lovely mirror pass again. And a cross comes in. That was wasted. That was absolutely wasted. Kamran Farooq with 2 excellent mirror passes, but he's absolutely squandered that as he got closer. That should have been a cross worthy of a finish. But he's given that straight to the keeper, Myrick Hilario. We are 20 minutes into the first half of this game. It's the third game on the third match day, in fact, of the Stafford Challenge Cup. Revived after 30 years of not being functional by the Karnataka State Football Association. Some exciting matches to watch in the coming days. FCBU, the local team, FC Bengaluru United, take on Dempo Sports Club from Goa. Looks like FCBU have yet another corner kick. Dempo SC have found themselves in the back foot, found themselves just defending and parrying all of the attacking moves that FCBU have to throw at them. They look to take a short corner, in fact. Will they be successful is the question. Takes that in and safely into the hands of Myrick this time. FCBU still successful in winning aerial balls, one of their biggest strengths going into the 20-minute mark. FCBU have been completely dominating possession, moving the ball all across the pitch. Some really good work there, maintaining composure. Good call from both the keeper and the attackers. Keeper clears that away for safety. Dempo now with the possession. Dempo looking to make an attacking threat, but all they've done is move the ball in between their defenders. They will need to find those key passes, the ones that really make a difference in getting closer to goal. FCBU being very, very strict in how they're pressing at the moment, sitting in on a mid-block. The offside flag is gone up. Resilient and very, very strong defense wall of the FCBU team holds it in steady stance as another offside is called. Throw into Dempo SC. Saturday evening here at the Bangalore Football Stadium. Loads of local fans coming to support their team. Here's the ball right down the middle. There was a bit of a fumble there. FCBU trying to hold on to that possession, but there's a foul on him. Dempo win that foul. Keeper for FCBU comes out way off his line to clear that ball away before it reaches a Dempo player. Good composure there even from him. Kabir Taufik. He's been solid these last 22 minutes. Foul on the FCBU player. FCBU showing that they're here in these early minutes. They want to make a difference. They're holding the ball, sticking to their game plan. It is something that seems to be working for them. Dempo still on the back foot in terms of ball possession, but there are multiple things that can help Dempo still get their goal in, since the best part about playing football is that there's no one way to get to goal. Dempo just will have to find their rhythm, their momentum, and see what works for them to get their names on the score sheet. Dempo also trying a good hand at their ball distribution. The defenders being really patient, waiting for the attackers to drop in to get free, looking in for that long ball. There comes a third man run from the wing back. The Dempo coach is not happy about that challenge and he's expressed it to the referee, but Dempo are on the forefront as they still have their throw in. Good way to avoid the offside trap there, where number 5 for Dempo SC made that third man run yet again. So many offside traps that FCBU seem to be successfully executing against Dempo. Dempo will have to find a different strategy, execute more third man runs if they will want to break their resilient defense line. Referee has called for a drinks break as we reach the 25-minute mark. First half of the third game here at the Bangalore Football Stadium, the third day of matches at the Stafford Challenge Cup 2023. FCBU taking on Dempo SC. Score stands at FCBU leading 1-0 against Dempo SC. And we are back after a short drinks break, crossing the 25-minute mark. 3 games gone, 4th game in fact, happening right now at the Bangalore Football Stadium. The first 2 games, first game Gokulam Kerala FC losing to ASC by a close margin of 2 goals to 3. ASC getting that last minute winner after a 2-all tie. Second game where MEG beat FC Deccan. A score of 2 goals to 1. Both matches closely contested. MEG, however, did have a stronghold on FC Deccan. And now the third game, Dempo SC versus FCBU, FC Bengaluru United. Lots of local home fans have come out to support FCBU. Dempo struggling at the moment to defend against FCBU's constant attacks. They have won the corner kick. 4th corner already. FCBU have displayed a lot of signs of being an attacking team. They haven't been challenged too much in their own half. Their keeper Kabir Taufik with a few moments. There is a charge forward for a short corner, but he decides to take it long. Chips that across. Tries to get the header in, but that is too wide. Will he get that cross in? Passes it out wide and the cross comes in. Deflected away by the Dempo team. Matter of who is winning these first and second balls that's going to decide how the possession changes here. FCBU have been excellent with their aerial balls so far. Dempo have been showing moments of clarity, but a lot of moments where they have made mistakes. Especially the one that cost them the goal. They were absolutely caught napping over there. The offside flag has not gone up and the keeper has come in way off his line. Kabir Taufik with some Manuel Neuer display of coming off his line to save that goal. Another long ball in. Kabir Taufik yet again. He's fumbled that. But FCBU and the handball is called. Appeal for the handball there, clear one. Number 6 for FCBU. Ajay Alex, he's one of the defenders. And trying to save Kabir's fumble of a clearance. He has touched the ball with his hands. Dempo SC, another really good chance in the heart of FCBU's half. Curls that ball in, heads that away for a corner kick. FCBU still having a stronghold on their aerial prowess. Aerial ball still going to FCBU, but Dempo SC have a corner now. Taken right, it could change how the momentum of the game is going. At the moment, FCBU dominating complete field of play. They are leading by a score of 1-0, but Dempo have a chance to make that 2. Crosses that in, and yet again the header is won by an FCBU player. Ball down the right flank. Crossed in, but that's too weak and it gets very easily parried away. Here come FCBU down the left wing. Overlapping run there, but lovely block from the Dempo defender. Dempo almost had that there, but they've squandered it. The midfield is not going to be very happy with the performance today, at least in the opening minutes. Half an hour of some exciting football has been played. And a foul there, causing the referee to intervene. Dempo will be desperate to get themselves onto the score sheet. They will have a lot to play for. Dempo cannot afford to make mistakes like these, giving FCBU clear shots on target, clear shots at goal. FCBU very close to getting their second goal now. Will they be able to convert this into an opportunity, into something that makes the score sheet 2-0 in their favor, is something next few moments is going to show for. And here comes the free kick. He chips that over. Header was won by a Dempo player. FCBU still in possession of the ball. Kamran being challenged there by the Dempo player. Kamran tries to get that cross and he finds his teammate. And the ball parried away, and there is the second goal by FCBU. Mistake after mistake from the keeper for Dempo SC, Myrick. Look at the replay of that goal. But blunder there from Myrick. He misjudged it and dived a little too soon. But FCBU have made no mistake. Here comes the cross in. Gets that cross in, and Myrick misjudging that. Defenders not doing their job. And number 19 for FCBU, Ifran Yadwad, has not made any mistake. Buries that in the back of the net, and indeed that free kick has led to them scoring their second goal. FCBU were completely in a stronghold of this game. The referee having to intervene after that rough challenge, but the free kick is to Dempo SC after that rough challenge. But FCBU have a lot to celebrate since 33 minutes in, and they're already leading the scoreboard by a score of 2-0 to Dempo SC. Dempo still looking in for those long balls, not quite able to crack that FCBU defense open. FCBU still being very disciplined in the way that they're defending. Superb track back from number 12 for FCBU, Kamran Farooq. Dempo with that throw in. FCBU have an excellent work ethic at winning the ball back every time they lose it, keeping Dempo players on their toes, putting in the hard tackles. Seems like one Dempo player has taken to the ground. He is being checked on by a physio. Looked like a rough challenge, but FCBU still putting in the hard tackles. Referee says to continue the game, to play on. The fair play will go to Dempo, however, since they had possession of the ball. As the player steps out of the pitch. Player number 7. Asmon Mevon Vegas. FCBU trying to execute a high press there and worked successfully to an extent, given that Dempo is so easily given the ball away. Dempo need to get on the front foot. They need to put their best foot forward, change their gear and get their goals in, or they will be on the losing end at the end of this game. Still too early to say, only 35 minutes of football done here in the third game of the Stafford Cup, third day of matches. FCBU versus Dempo Sports Club. FCBU leading by a score line of 2-0. FCBU with another free kick now. They have managed to capitalize quite a bit on their free kicks. Will this be the third goal for FCBU? Chips that in. Dempo looking to win that header. Ball bounces high. Takes that shot in. But he's blown the foul in favor of Dempo. Dempo will need to speed up their game if they are to catch up, if they are to open their score sheet. The keeper for Dempo, Myrick, plays that out wide. Coach for both the teams, both the coaches in fact, are encouraging their players on. Dempo managing to keep the ball between their defenders, and here comes a through ball. Kamran beaten, but he does manage to track back. Excellent track back from Kamran Farooq, keeping his opponents at check on the right flank. A long ball comes in. Here comes an attack from Dempo. Tries to parry that in, but safely in the hands of Kabir Taufik. Dempo yet again failing to capitalize on a good opportunity. FCBU players are just all over them every time they miss the ball, and a foul has been called. Rough challenge by number 16 of Dempo, Jimmy Jovito. Jimmy had quite a bit of a contact there with McCartan Lewis Nixon, jersey number 20. Long ball in, and Dempo managing to scrape through, managing to keep the score line as is. Any fumble there, and FCBU have been punishing them, absolutely punishing them in the last 2 tries as well. A long lob played in. Dempo still holding on to their possession. On the header this time, in fact. Refreshing to see Dempo winning back-to-back headers. Dempo do look like they're slowly getting back in the game. Another long ball down the left flank. Will he reach it? Yes, he absolutely does. Very, very quick there. Crosses that ball in, but it's gone way wide. Dempo showing yet again how they're failing to capitalize and slow the game down as they're reaching their attacking third, giving that ball away, crossing haphazardly, and it's all back into FCBU's hands. FCBU playing a calm possession game. trying to keep the ball in their reach. His coach will not be too happy about that. FCBU have been maintaining quite a bit of possession. Dempos do seem to be trying the same thing over and over again. But FCBU's defense has read their move and caught on quite quickly, managing to keep the offside trap strict and trapping a bunch of Dempo strikers. As we edge closer to the first half here in the third match of today's Stafford Cup challenge, foul there that has been called. The referee is not happy about this challenge as well. Foul called in favor of Dempo, in fact. 42nd minute, inching in on 42nd minute, in fact. 40 minutes played. Last few minutes to go before the halftime whistle. The weather is starting to become pleasant and cool, allowing the players a little bit more breathing time. Kabir Tawfiq has come way off his line again, but he will have to, given how much of a high line his defenders are holding. Any ball behind him, and there's a fumble there. Kabir, very dangerous move, and a pressure from Dempo striker does seem to have caught him off guard. He is safe this time, but not sure if that would be the case every single time. Could lead to a costly goal, which they absolutely cannot afford right now. FCBU still managing to maintain their cool now. They still are in possession of the ball, trying to break through their defense right down into the right flank. McCartan Lewis Nixon with a good move there. Kamran Farooq with that long lob in, safely into the hands of keeper Myrick. Myrick plays it long. However, Dempo's strikers seem to have found themselves alone in that position. Midfield slowly catching up. Dempo have not had too many attacking chances, and the ones they have, they've not managed to capitalize on it. This is yet another example of Dempo holding on to the ball for too long, not finding the right angles to pass to, and losing the ball to any one of the resilient FCBU defenders. Close to the end of the first half. First half has been fairly eventful. Dempo have a lot of catching up to do. They will look to scrape away from this game at least with a point, and for that they will have to put in their best foot forward, get in a goal, and get back onto the scoring sheet. But at the moment, from the way things look, FCBU have a very strong hold of this game. They're disciplined, they're passing the ball around, they're pressing high, and they seem to have tracked back in the right time. FCBU's offside traps have worked completely well. Dempo strikers are falling into the offside trap yet again. That's some superb control there by McCartan Lewis Nixon. Manages to pass it, but the ball goes out for a throw into Dempo. There comes Dempo now. Dempo have a chance to get their name on the score sheet. Will they make this count? Absolutely not. Dempo have missed this chance as well. FCBU coming back in. Corner for Dempo SC as we are in the closing minutes of the first half. First half of the third game, in fact, at the Staffordshire Cup today. Stafford Challenge Cup. Third day of matches here at the Bangalore Football Stadium. Corner comes in for Dempo SC. Dempo managed to win that corner, but headed all over the place, and he's managed to put the ball out of bounds. Ball goes in for a goal kick. Goal kick taken quickly by Kabir. He finds Kamran, and the ball is blocked by number 17 for Dempo, Arnold Antonio. Dempo pressing high, but FCBU's disciplined passing still keeping them away. Dempo trying to win that ball, but the referee says play on. FCBU still managed to hold on to their possession. They play around the Dempo midfield and try to go through their defense line. The five-man midfield battle is currently in favor of the FCBU squad. They do seem slightly more organized and in control of their surroundings. We edge into the closing minutes and quick switches there from their midfielders. Long run in across the pitch. Manages to get it across to him. Takes the player down with him. FCBU still winning that, but takes a beating there to get that ball away. And there goes the half-time whistle. FCBU versus Dempo Sports Club ends for a 45-minute battle where FCBU lead the score 2-0. Dempo are yet to get on the score sheet. They will not be happy with their performance. They will have a lot of catching up to do, but however, FCBU sit back as they are currently in control and in the lead. Stay tuned for the second half in a few moments. And here are the stats as they stand at the Stafford Challenge Cup 2023 Dempo FC versus FC Bengaluru United. Score stands at 2-0. 2 goals scored by Selvan and Irfan for FCBU. Dempo have not got on the score sheet yet. Shots on target for FCBU 4-0 for Dempo. 0 fouls for both the teams. 2 yellow cards for Dempo and 1 yellow card at FCBU. 0 red cards. 5 offsides at Dempo FC. The offside traps by the disciplined FCBU line do seem to be paying off. 5 chances created by FCBU and 0 by Dempo FC. 2 corners for Dempo and 4 for FCBU. Long match ahead, another 45 minutes to play. Let's see what they've got in store for us. Welcome back to the second half here at the Bangalore Football Stadium. This is the third day of matches at the Stafford Challenge Cup. FCBU versus Dempo SC is the third match of the day. The first half going completely in FCBU's favor. They've taken the game and they've taken the lead of 2-0. Dempo SC have been found on their back foot and we are off in this second half. FCBU showing in some good ball movement, looking to attack straight off the bat. Dempo still at the back front and the foul has been called against Dempo. Number 9 for FCBU Vinay has been fouled there, just at the edge of the box for FCBU. Good chance here, very early on. FCBU seem to have made a habit of it, creating chances very early on into the game. And here we have Lewis McCartan taking that shot, parried away by the Dempo SC team. Can Dempo come back from their trail? Tries to play that lovely ball in ahead. Good challenge there by the Dempo team. The ball goes out for a throw-in to FCBU. Like I said, Dempo has quite a bit of a task cut out if they want to walk away with any points this game. FCBU is clearly having the upper hand. This is in fact their opening game in the Stafford Challenge Cup this season. Stafford Challenge Cup actually started off as the Staffordshire Cup in the British time. Has been revived after 30 years of not being existent, not being functional. Karnataka State Football Association, the KSFA, has done a commendable job at bringing back legendary cups such as the Stafford Challenge Cup. 15 top teams, top clubs from across the country and all battling it out here at the Bangalore Football Stadium. 15 teams, 4 pools. Top team from each pool will play the semi-final followed by the finals in a League Cup knockout tournament style. Back to FCBU and Dempo, both the teams in fact playing a 5-man midfield. Dempo adopting the 3-5-2 format and FCBU adopting the 3-5-2 format and Dempo adopting the 4-5-1 format. Less attacking there from Dempo for sure. They have been taking in a lot of momentum that FCBU have been bringing onto the table right from the start of the first and even the second half right now. FCBU is still looking at those attacking moves that could seal the deal, change the game completely for them with a 3-0 or a 4-0 win. They will look for those 1 or 2 more goals. Here comes that cross. Aims for that diving header. Misses, however. FCBU maintaining their composure still. Quick passing there. Lovely turn. Still manages to make that block. That was a close call there. Excellent pass, excellent through ball. Just a little bit more weight on the ball than expected. And the striker for FCBU, donning the number 19 jersey, Irfan Yadwad, could not reach that in fact. But excellent ball nevertheless. Dempo SC still looking to play out from the back. They're going long. Every time Dempo has gone in long, they haven't been too successful at this. Vedeshwar Singh Laishram, number 32 for FCBU, has easily won that header in fact. Dempo definitely need to start looking for a different strategy. Does the offside flag go up? No, it does not. Excellent ball there. attack from the left wing. He's called for a handball and awarded in favor of Dempo SC. Good call there by the referee, keen eye. Now Dempo seem like they have gotten a bit of a control back over this game. They have a free kick now, the edge of the D. They will have to do something different given how good FCBU have been with their aerial headers. All their aerials, they've been excellent. They've been winning all their aerial balls, first balls, second balls. Takes a shot straight at goal and hits the side netting. That was close. That was a good call. That was a close one, in fact. Keeper for FCBU, Kabir Taufik, takes the goal kick. Kabir looking to move the ball upfield, and he does so very rightly there. Won by the FCBU player. Fantastic control. Lovely outfoot pass. Good try there by Lewis McCartan. Another one there. FCBU are here again, and he's skied it. He's absolutely skied it. He's devastated at himself. You can see it from his face. That was a terrible miss. Let's have a quick look at the replay for that play. And there we have it. Closing in on that shot, and he's absolutely skied it. The other striker at the far end of the post, not too pleased at that either. Wanted to get a shot on that. That could have been FCBU's third goal, and in fact, the final one. Rough challenge. Looks like he's going to get a yellow card, and he absolutely has been given a yellow. One of Dempo's players goes down. Number 5 for Dempo, Anish Basavraj. Like I said, FCBU very close to getting their third goal, in fact, but missed on that shot. Number 9 for FCBU, Vinil Pujari. He seems to have absolutely made a blunder of that free run into the box. Dempo seem to be trying the same things. FCBU's defenders have got onto it. FCBU players putting in the miles, making those runs. The work ethic absolutely shows. They've been excellent this game. McCartan Lewis to Vinil. Vinil drives the ball down, tries to cross it in, but safely into the hands of Myrick Hilario. Conceding twice already in this game. He will have a lot to prove, a lot of saves to make. He cannot afford to make any more silly mistakes. In fact, another long ball attempt from Dempo. Manages to control it. Lovely control there from number 20 for Dempo. Topon, and he's given that away. Too easy and too much of a mistake now for Dempo to keep repeating. They're doing the same thing, and it is proving fairly costly because they're not able to build anything out of it. Good attempt at a long ball there, but parried away. FCBU managing to maintain possession. Switch up play into the left wing now. FCBU's trackbacks and their hunger to win the ball when they lose their ball possession is what has been absolutely commendable in watching them play today. There comes FCBU again, down the right flank. He cuts that back in. Beautiful cross. Blocked away, and the header is just wide. McCartan, Lewis Nixon with that header. Substitution, triple substitution for FCBU. Let's look at the substitutes for FCBU now. Number 49, Shubha Ghosh comes on for number 20, McCartan Lewis Nixon. He's had pretty good midfield game. Triple substitution here. FCBU. Number 72 now, Nikhil Mali. He is brought on as well. Seems to have been brought on for Vinil Pujari. Sorry, not Vinil. He's been brought on for Irfan Yadwar. And the third substitution, number 11, Sudhir Kotikela, has been brought on for Kamran Farooq. Triple substitution for FCBU. They have the squad depth and they're here to show it. They're still sticking to their formation though. Their strong midfield battle. They seem to have switched to a 4-1-4-1 now. He's played that long ball in. Looks like a little bit of a shove, but the referee's not going to give it since the ball was already out of bounds. Throw into FCBU. Thought it was a free kick there, but throw into FCBU. Takes that quick throw in. Vinil tries to get past the sea of Dempo defenders. Kick to Dempo. 10 minutes done in the second half of this game, FCBU versus Dempo SC. FCBU, the home team from Bengaluru United versus Dempo SC from Goa. Tough battle in the initial stages, but FCBU seems to have established their stronghold. They seem to have established their support, in fact, to their fan base on how good they actually are. Superb football from both the teams, but FCBU coming out on top. They have 2 goals to show for on the score sheet, leading by a score of 2-0 against Dempo. FCBU's player does go down. The referee has called for the physio. He will have to step out for a bit. Looks like he's taken a bit of a nasty tumble there. FCBU looking in for that long ball. Vinil Pujari tries to make that run down the left flank, but the ball is sprayed out into the right, in fact, trying in an attacking move. Dempo still haven't managed to get past this resilient FCBU defense. They are still parrying around between the midfield and the defense. Not too many solid moves there on their attacking front. Here comes FCBU again. Looks like he's going to have a shot at that. He was held back in that process and he's blown the foul in favor of Dempo. FCBU, very close call with an almost third goal, in fact. That would have definitely established a stronghold over this game. They still do seem to have quite a bit of that, but having 3 goals to the score sheet would make it a mammoth of a task for Dempo to bring all their energy and fight back for 3 goals compared to 2. FCBU are determined. They are working on fresh legs after having done 3 substitutions. Their high press is absolutely working. Maidek under insane pressure there and he's slapped that ball out. Pideshwar managed to keep the ball in, weaving through a sea of 5 Dempo defenders. Now Vinil Pujari tries to do the same thing. Passes it back to Pideshwar. Looks in for that cross, but he decides to go back instead as they recycle and reshuffle the game back from the defenders. FCBU applying that pressure. Myrick hasn't responded really well to it and blocked away. Foul call there with the shore. Long ball played in. Here comes Dempo SC. Will they manage to keep that? Kabir Taufik, incredible composure. He's managed to clear that ball away into safety. FCBU have done an absolutely excellent job here, but Dempo do seem to pile on the pressure. The FCBU backline is facing the heat now, but Vedishwar very, very composed in his efforts. The Dempo midfielders still struggling to find their rhythm. Few good moments and the next moment they lose the ball. And this has been going on in the last 60 minutes. 60 minutes, 1 hour of excellent football completed here in the third and final game of the third day of matches at the Stafford Challenge Cup. The cool evening of Bengaluru weather has set in now. Players seem to be soaking that in. A light sunset setting in as well. Beautiful weather to play some good football in. FCBU here clearly with the stronghold. Lovely overlapping run there, but blocked away by the Dempo defense. Dempo managing to hold off FCBU. They have had their moments of spark, but FCBU still the stronger team, given how many moves they've had up front, threatening keeper for Dempo, keeper and the backline in fact. And there is a substitution for Dempo SC. Number 6 for Dempo seems to have come on. Number 6, Rohit Shidorkar seems to have come on for Topon Minj. Number 20 has been subbed off. The offside flag goes up there. Dempo have their possession right now. Hopefully they don't give it away because Dempo has been infamously giving out a lot of their possession away today. The stronghold of the 5-man midfield clearly does seem to be in favor of FCBU. But Dempo still have a lot to play for. Half an hour of playing time left. They still have a lot to prove. 2 goals is something they can definitely achieve, definitely look to achieve in fact, but they will have to match up to this work ethic, this incredible work ethic that FCBU players are bringing to the field. That's exactly an example of the work ethic I was talking about. Less than 5 seconds into losing the ball, the players have won the ball back again. Dempo have a task cut out for them. And foul on the Dempo player. Dempo keep getting free kicks in. They will have to be smart on how they play them. The link up between midfielders and attackers is something that Dempo can definitely work on. Dempo managing to retain ball possession, scooped it wide, and just as I say it, they've lost that. FCBU, here they come again. Aims for that long ball, but manages to play the ball on the ground itself. There comes another long ball. As is the scenario for all the last long balls that Dempo has tried past the FCBU defense. Silly there from Kabir Taufik, but his coach is not pleased with it, but they do manage to keep the ball in play. Like I was saying, Dempo, They managed to get the ball into an aerial lob, but every time that happens, FCBU defense are absolutely all over them. The strikers don't seem to have much of a chance in winning those aerial balls. Happened time and again for the last 65 minutes, in fact, barring a few moments. There's a through ball, and he's missed that as well. Clear through ball that he could have gotten right through the center. Number 9 for Dempo, Shreyansh, was waiting for that. He was expecting that, in fact. Dempo at the brink of that midfield battle again. Dempo need to be more creative. They need to come up with better solutions. And blocked away. That was too easily given away. He could have gone into the left flank. Vinil was making fun, but decides to head. But it goes straight into the hands of Myrick. There's a long ball in down the center. And like I said, yet another example of Dempo strikers crumbling to the pressure that the centre backs have been applying on them. Dempo losing the ball again. Here's a long attempt at a switch. Given that ball away too cheaply, Vinil Pujari tries to get that in. There is an attack coming in. A lot of involvement from the fullbacks, as is evident from FCBU's attacking moves. Long cross comes in. He wins that on his chest. Looks like he was charged a little bit, nudged on his body, but the referee says to play on. Myrick managing to get that ball in his hands. Calm and cool, he has collected it. Myrick has had a few of his redeeming moments ever since allowing those 2 goals. Here come Dempo. Very, very well disciplined defending from FCBU. Dempo trying to still maintain their possession. The FCBU players absolutely all over the Dempo defense the moment they get the ball. And he's offside yet again. Superb defending this is from FCBU. Very, very strict line they're maintaining and managed to get a bunch of players offside. Rough challenge there. But some fancy footwork. Good to see some good fancy footwork from Nikhil Raj. Here comes Nikhil again. FCBU, so composed, so relaxed. Here they come now, down the right flank. They've had quite a bit of work to do, but Dempo does seem to have tired out. Closing in on the 70-minute mark, just about 20 minutes of gameplay left. Should have been yet another attacking move there from FCBU, but Myrick is having his hands on it right now. Like I was saying, Myrick has had his moments, a share of moments in fact in the game where he's fumbled, he's made some bad calls, but all in part and parcel of a keeper's life, making those decisions. But he has been quite rock solid for Dempo so far, locking in a few of their shots. FCBU still attacking. Still looking to come in. Myrick with his loud voice there. FCBU hold on to their possession. Keep that ball in. Takes that touch outside. Looking to switch up the flank. Goes back instead to recycle. Absolutely thundering at his players. FCBU's wingers yelling for that ball. Midfield, however, tries to go through and they lose it. And quick turnaround again from this work ethic that FCBU has shown. And as the score stands, it is 2-0, where FCBU lead Dempo by a score of 2-0. A loose ball there, could have been Dempo's chance, but they did slow down a little bit. Given it straight past, and that goes for a throw in to Dempo. Closing in on 72 minutes, in fact, 72 minutes of some really good football here at the Bangalore Football Stadium. It's the third day of matches at the Stafford Challenge Cup. FCBU currently in the lead against Dempo SC. They're playing out a wonderful possession-based game, not giving the ball away too many times, and even if they do, they are hounding back and winning it right back. Beauty is how much they involve the keeper as well, Kabir Taufik. Very composed keeping from Kabir today. Dempo still need to get their attacking on. They will need to do something more creative on the attacking third if they want to get in a few goals. But FCBU still having the stronghold. They seem to be steering the game in the best way possible. Here come Dempo now, showing some lovely signs. Takes that shot and it goes wide. Dempo really shouldn't be squandering away their chances so late in the game. They have just about 18 minutes to play and they will have to find a way to score these two goals. And closing in on the 75-minute mark, the referee seems to have called in an earlier drinks break than usual. 75 minutes is usually the mark that's called in, but the referee seems to have called it in slightly earlier now. 3 minutes, in fact, but looking like a well-contested fight, but Dempo have a lot of work to do. Dempo have to get back on their feet if they want this win. They are coming in from a draw against MEG in the previous game. Losing to FCBU is going to set them back in terms of points, and FCBU playing their opening game at the Stafford Challenge Cup, they're not going to be too unhappy about this. They have a lot to celebrate. They will walk away with 3 points if the game continues in this fashion. Stay tuned as we resume in the next couple of minutes after the drinks break. And we're back from the drinks break. We are at the 75-minute mark here at the Bangalore Football Stadium. The third day of matches, in fact. Here come Dempo, right through the defenders. That looked like a foul there, but the referee says to play on. Dempo have a task cut out for them as FCBU establish a very, very firm stronghold over this game. They're leading by a scoreline of 2-0. They will look for a few more goals, but the keeper of Dempo SC, Hilario, has been excellent for them in the second half, blocking away quite a few shots. Foul there on the FCBU player, Dempo getting a yellow card. An unnecessary foul, in fact. It has cost Dempo quite a few moments in the game. They cannot afford to lose out on any moments in the game. They need to focus on attacking and get in at least 1 or 2 goals to reduce the goal difference or even walk away with a point. But given the state at which the game is going, if FCBU continue their form, they will walk away with 3 points from this game, as would be their ideal scenario. But lovely ball work there from FCBU's players. Fouled, very, very clearly fouled by the captain, in fact, of Dempo Sports Club, Vinay Vijay Harji. FCBU have the free kick now. Will they go long? Substitution for Dempo SC as number 9 for Dempo, Shreyansh, has been subbed out for number 19, Leo. FCBU choose to go short. Ball is lobbed in to the left wing. Dempo still struggling to keep them away. Headed that ball away. Looking in for that shot. Takes that shot in, but right into the hands of Myrick Hilario. Like I said, Myrick has been quite a bit of a start for Dempo in the second half. Helped them out in quite a few shots being blocked. Dempo still maintaining possession. They will need to get behind this, but the vigor at which the FCBU players are running, they do seem like they have a lot more energy than any of the SC Dempo players. Sports Club of Dempo, all the way from Goa, have come down to Bangalore to participate in the Stafford Cup. The Stafford Cup was originated by the Staffordshire Regiment during the British Empire. A 30-year break, 30-year hiatus at this tournament, and KSFA, the Karnataka State Football Association, has revived this tournament. In fact, extremely commendable job in bringing back such a heritage tournament. Lots of football fans out here on a Saturday evening to watch some local football, some good quality local football. The two teams battling it out right now, FCBU Bengaluru United and Dempo SC. FCBU lead by a scoreline of 2-0 against Dempo. Dempo do have quite a huge task cut out. Let's see how the next 10 minutes is going to go by as we inch closer to the 80-minute mark. Just 10 minutes left of full playing time, barring the added time. Given we would expect about 2 to 3 minutes of added time, we will expect about 15 minutes of playing time left. Last 15 minutes for Dempo to redeem from this game, or they will walk away with a loss. No points to their name, but FCBU opening their account on a stronghold. And here they have another shot right outside the edge of the penalty area, blocked away by the Dempo defenders. FCBU, here they come again, trying to get past the Dempo defense. Tries to cross that ball in, but headed that ball away. FCBU's quick shifts from wing to wing has helped them find these gaps between the Dempo lines. Looks at a long ball there. Too easy for the centre backs of FCBU. Dempo giving the ball away in that link up between the midfielders and the attackers. Too many intercepted passes, too many over-ambitious passes. Dempo has to keep it simple. They need to find their way out of this to get their 2 goals. FCBU look at attacking yet again. He manages to hold on to that ball. Substitute for FCBU, Nikhil Mali, number 72. Cross comes in, punched away and almost there. FCBU almost had their third goal. Myrick looked like he had quite a bit of a hold on that, but it did slip. It wasn't much of a convincing punch. Almost getting in on their third goal now, but FCBU's players are starting to fatigue as we hit the 80-minute mark. They are starting to cramp and it is going to take a toll on their players, the work ethic that they've been exhibiting, but they have had quite a few substitutions this game. Their squad depth has been proven to be quite commendable. "82 minutes of play done, closing in on the final 8 to 10 minutes of play left at the Bangalore Football Stadium. The offside flag has gone up, but is not reached. Number 14, the substitute Aryan for Dempo. Dempo will look to get that one goal, a redeeming goal, whatever it may be, but the last 8 minutes are something that they need to keep in mind. They need to shift to that fifth gear. Every single player putting in that effort to get their 2 goals, or we will see a glorious FCBU opening game win. FCBU in front of their home crowd will walk away with 3 points, starting their Stafford Cup campaign in the most spectacular fashion possible. FCBU, their lungs proving to be absolute game winners if all goes well for them in the next 8 minutes. Referee's not too happy about that, but quickly started by Dempo as he awarded the free kick to them. Dempo haven't made too many threatening moves, but few close ones though. Good touch there as he gets past Nikhil Mali, but ball to Dempo again. Dempo has the throw in. Will we be able to see a goal, a Dempo goal in these last and final moments of an exciting game at the Bangalore Football Stadium? A classic Goa versus Karnataka battle. It's taken a whack, but throw in goes to Dempo SC. Looks like he's given the handball there, in fact. It's a free kick to Dempo. Dempo looking to make some threatening attacking moves. They're not able to hold on to the ball. FCBU players absolutely all over them. Clear their way to safety as their players recoup. There is another run from behind the man, and Dempo managed to win a corner. Corner to Dempo SC in these dying moments as the coach for Dempo from the dugout looks to make a few changes. Will these be absolute out-and-out attacking changes, or will they be midfield or defensive changes? We will only wait and find out. But 2-0 to FCBU. Dempo takes their corner, long one in fact. FCBU is proven to be consistently fantastic at their aerial headers and their aerial prowess. In fact, they've been winning all their aerial balls. Dempo seems to be stand no chance in competing against how well all the players at FCBU have been winning their aerial balls. Here comes FCBU yet again. Here comes another attacking move from FCBU down the right wing. Looks in for that cross. He gets that cross in. And that header just wide. FCBU almost making that as their third goal. Made contact, in fact. A double substitution for Dempo SC. Number 25 and number 12 for Dempo. Number 25, Rohan Rajesh, and number 12 for Dempo, Alrico Francisco have come in. Dempo pulling on any and all string right now. They need to scrape away with at least a point, and that will be their aim as we inch closer to 86 minutes. 87th minute, in fact, is underway. Dempo trying their age-old air balls, which the centre-backs of FCBU have read quite too well. Dempo not able to break through their defence. Beautiful midfield work from FCBU. They've won the free kick. One would imagine the referee would play it as an advantage, but FCBU are quick to take it. Their reaction time is absolutely quick. That looked like it deserved a yellow card, but it did seem like he took quite a bit of a hit there, clipped him right under his ankles. Referee checking in on the FCBU player. Long cross comes in. The ball's nicked away. Dempo exhibiting a little bit of subpar clearance there. Nicked over his leg, and it has gone for a corner kick. Dying moments of the game, and you'd imagine the team trailing would have the corner kicks, but it's still FCBU. It's always been FCBU, and they've had an absolute stronghold in this game. They've dominated play. They've kept possession. They've maintained their command over the game. And here they have it as we step into the last moments. Tries to cross that in. Beautiful cut back there. Cross comes in from FCBU. Takes that header in. Lovely shot, and the goal is in. FCBU have taken this game. They've taken this game with style. Let's have a look at that replay from the play. Lovely cross there. Takes his time. Clean header. Myrick could not quite get his hands on it, and it's a goal to FCBU. 3-0 to FCBU as they lead going into the dying moments of the game. Dempo, all they can do is look for a redeeming goal to reduce their goal difference, but that's Shubhagosh, the substitute, in fact, for FCBU coming in. Substitute for FCBU scoring the goal, showing the squad depth that FCBU has. Excellent play from FCBU. Great game management from the team, from the coaching staff, trusting their substitutes, and here we are. Dempo still continuing their field of play, but FCBU still the dominant squad. They've been really good with their one-touch passes, getting out of crowded spaces and quickly shifting play into the open flanks. And their pacey wingers have done nothing but justice to how fast the through balls have been. Here is an example of one. Lovely try there. Another mix-up, but Dempo managed to hold on. We've headed into additional time. This is FCBU's game. What an opener in front of their home crowd at the Stafford Challenge Cup. Superb display from FCBU. Free kick there to FCBU, fouled by the strikers. Centre back being fouled by the strikers. Not something you usually see, but Dempo are desperate, and you can see it in the way they're winning their tackles. FCBU are attacking yet again from the left flank, and he's chipped it. That's the most beautiful goal that has been scored all day. Excellent, excellent play from FCBU. The players, superb stuff. And there it is. Number 7, another substitute scoring a goal for FCBU. Beautifully timed chip there. Nothing that Mairik, the goalkeeper for Dempo, could have done. Number 7, Enam Jurwa as the goal scorer for FCBU in the dying moments. 4-0. That's not a scoreline someone would have expected going into this game, but FCBU has not let up. They've scored a goal in the last 2 minutes, and Dempo are absolutely caught napping. They are done. Dempo desperate to get their moments in, but FCBU are not letting up. Dempo need to make that moment in. They need to make that forward run in. But their through balls from the midfielders, ill-timed, directly into the hands of the keeper, Kabir Taufik. Kabir has not had too much to do in the second half, especially in the dying moments. Let's have a look at that replay from the goal. There it is. Takes that shot in, chips it with his left leg, cheeky chip there. Nothing that Mairik could have done, and all the way into the second post. Beautiful goal. One of the best goals scored all day. Another chip as well from the first game, in fact. Samuel Menza from Gokulam scoring that first chip. Beautiful chips. Scoring goals for these players. Foul against Enam again. Enam running circles around the Dempo defenders. But this is FCBU's game through and through. We are close to the end, and FCBU are still attacking. It is only a sign of a champion-minded team. Takes that free kick shot, makes that overlapping run, looks in for that pass, but goes straight into his midfield instead. FCBU moving that ball around like absolute pros. Third man run coming in. Should have gotten that header, but into the hands of Mairik now. Mairik Hilario, the keeper for Dempo. Not the best of days for him. 4 goals conceded is not something a keeper would want to go back with. But as we are into the 3rd minute of added time, inching closer to the final moments, Dempo players do seem to have given up. Weak run in there, but it is it. This is pretty much it. This is FCBU's game. Not much looking like changing at the moment. Dempo players just fouling the FCBU players in the process in their desperation to get the ball back, but this is something Dempo should have done very early on into the game. The desperation towards the end only leads them getting in a lot of fouls, drawing a lot of fouls. Enam comes in again. Gets that cross in, beautiful cross there, and blocked away. And the referee calls the final whistle as we end match day number 3. FCBU with a fantastic display. They won the game 4-0 against Dempo from Goa. Superb display from both teams, but FCBU was stellar. They were absolutely fantastic today. And we call curtains to the last day of, the 3rd day in fact, of the Stafford Challenge Cup. See you again tomorrow for a lot more exciting games. Take care and goodbye.
Bangalore Football Stadium. We're here with McCartan of FCBU. And hi McCartan, how are you? All well, thank you so much. So firstly, I'd like to congratulate you on a fantastic win. So please tell us a little bit about the game and how you felt.
This was our first game.
And again, I want to congratulate you on your 2 assists that were in this game.
ஒரு நிமிஷம் லிங்க் ஆகுது ஒரு நிமிஷம் இன்னொரு வாட்டி எடுக்கிட்டா
Your first game, what are your hopes and ambitions are for the rest of the season?
ஓகே
And lastly, for your friends, family and fans who are watching the game today, do you have a message for them?
Yeah, keep supporting us.
Thank you so much and congratulations.
தேங்க்யூ